What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. I am back from Evolution 2017. I just got back from driving, and as you can see, my voice is utterly shattered. It is gone almost. I'm still recovering from it, not because I was excited over any announcements over the weekend or anything.
What? No! 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 No!
But because I had a good time. Yeah, I met a lot of people. I went out and I did a lot of things at this Evo. It was a lot of fun meeting a lot of people this Evo, a lot of really good players. I met a lot of Japanese players as well, which was freaking awesome. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself, and I really encourage anybody to go to Evo anytime because they're so cool. Every year it's becoming better. This year in particular was amazing. So anyways, that's beside the point. I'm back from Evo. A lot of things have happened. Now I need to talk about it, okay? Not only did we get a new game announced, not only did we get a new character, but here are patch notes. Patch notes are out for Blazblue Central Fiction. We have somebody already on translating it, okay? By the way, my voice is a little weird, so bear with me until I recover from the hypeness that occurred over the weekend. But for the most part, I'm going to be reading over these patch notes with you guys, at least the characters that I want to know. Okay, so I have patch notes here. Mr. Hiago XYZ has been translating a bunch of stuff for us because it's been being released in Japanese, and he's been translating it over to English for us to read. So he's already gone over S and Noel, so I'm going to be going over both those characters. Now, of course, there's a lot of things lost in translation. We're not going to know for sure until we actually get the game or we get the patch. But for the most part, he's pretty good with the translating from what I know and from what I've been told. He's pretty good at translating all this stuff. So we're going to be going over Noel stuff and then S's stuff. And I'm going to be going over my thoughts on how the character is going to be. Now, I'm trying really hard not to resisting not reading this screen that I have here because I have the patch notes. Now, I haven't been reading any of these patch notes. I already read the first 2-3 lines, and then I stopped. I'm like, okay, I can't read anymore. I gotta read it with you guys. So for the most part, we're gonna be reading over these patch notes, no problem. And then hopefully I'll be able to do this stuff with the other characters as well. So if you guys want me to go over all the characters, I definitely will. I can make a series kind of doing the changes, kind of like what I did for CPEX from regular Chrono Phantasma to CPEX. I can definitely do that. That was a lot of fun doing it. Now I can do it again with Central Fiction. I'm motivated to actually get this ball rolling and get you guys informed on everything, okay? So for the most part, we're going to be going over all these the patch notes for Noel and S. Let's get to it first of all, okay? All right, number one, we have standing stagger frontal hurt box increased. Now, I'm not 100% sure what that means. That could mean that her hurt box has changed on a certain move or on her in specific, but for the most part, it's not that important. That's just a hurt box change. It really isn't that important, so that you don't have to pay attention to that too much. 5B can't be used. You can't use 5B twice in the same string. Okay, and then they put a correction before 5B and 2B together can be used up to 2 times per string. They did, yes, that is true. They removed that limitation, but 5B can only be used once per string. Yes, so basically what this means that you can do 2B, which means that you can do 2 2Bs, but you couldn't do a 5B afterwards. If you did a 2B, that's all you could do. You couldn't do a 5B. So now apparently you can do 2B into 5B, which 5B is block cancelable, which is awesome. So that means that they removed that limitation. So that is a good thing. That is a buff for Noel, actually. They removed that limitation. So but 5B in general can't be used twice. So you can't do 5B, 2B, 5B. You can't do that, unfortunately, which it's fine by me. They actually, that's a nice little buff. That's a very small, but anything counts at this point, okay? 2B can be used up to 2 times per string. My God, what in the hell? Why is this moving? Anyways, sorry. So we have, it can be used 2 times per string. Yeah, so that's what, that we already knew that. 2C stagger time and untech time increased. Stagger time, I'm not 100% sure what that means. Probably that means that you can use it more on pressure and such. It's better on pressure and it's pretty good. So they buffed that slightly, not too much. You don't have to worry about that. That's a very minor buff. 6A jump cancelable on block. What? Yes. 6A is jump cancelable on block, which means that that move isn't utterly worthless anymore. Before it was a really bad anti-air, but now you can actually use it in pressure. Thank God, because before they took out a bunch of jump cancelable. The only jump cancelable move that she had on block was 5B. Now she has 6A. Thank God that is the case, because seriously, she needs all the buffs she can get, or any pressure tools that she can get. So that's a good thing. 6A jump cancelable on block, and it floats less on hits, which means that you can probably combo off of it a lot easier off anti-air. So that's always good. So that button overall got buffed. Thank God. We also have JB added rear hitbox, crosses up now. Wow. So they added a hitbox. So before, her JB, what it is she slices her knife. She has like a knife or like something. She slashes forward horizontally. And it was good for most. It wasn't really that useful. The only thing that it was good for really was for air-to-airs. And because JB is jump cancelable on hit and on block. So you could use it like that. But for the most part, it was pretty useless. Now it's a cross-up button. JB crosses up apparently now. I really hope this is true. They added a hitbox behind her. So that is pretty freaking good. So that I like that. I like that. All right. J2C, hitbox increased upwards, which means that, I don't know, like the upwards hitbox on J2C, you can actually, the hitbox has become bigger basically. So you can hit it a lot more consistently, which I don't know, that was unnecessary. You don't have to worry about that one either. 4D body invul starts up on frame 1. Oh my God, frame 1 body invul. My God, because now they nerfed that from previous iterations. Before, 4D was frame 1. Now it's frame 3, and now they're upping it back to frame 1, which means that 4D is now scary again. Ooh-wee. Yes, I'm so excited. Now the Kagura matchup is way better now, because don't worry about it. That's just for me, and I'll explain that in another video. But for the most part, 4D got buffed. Muy bueno. All right, I like where we're going with this. All right, next up we have. Oh, by the way, combo time level reduced. Which means that it's not as combo as it was before, or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. But for the most part, I like the frame 1 invul. Whatever. JD, the move's trajectory won't change regardless of how you jump. Faster startup and has body invul while moving. So that pretty much means, all right, so it's become faster on startup. Okay, so that's good. So that's okay, really. And it has body invul while moving. I'm not sure why they gave her like body invul while moving, because the move has to actually, you know, like I really haven't had any issues of people hitting me out of JD, to be honest with you. I mean, like, unless I'm gonna be like wake up JD, that's not a very, you don't have to worry about that one either. But for the most part, it is faster on startup, which is I kind of like that. And the move's trajectory won't change regardless of how you jump. All right, cool. So it's not bad. The best thing in there is faster startup. That's about it. Body invul is like, meh, I don't really need it. Whatever. JD is an okay move. Now we have 214A, which is her command grab. Her command grab is buffed, apparently. Tech time increased. And follow-up time is universal for all characters. So 214A used to have character-specific combos, because the follow-up time was like less for certain characters for some reason. Now I didn't run into this problem. I know that someone told me about this problem. I just can't remember which characters it was like that. So for the most part, like 214A is still like meh. So the pro rate buffed, I'm not sure what that means. The pro rate. If any of you guys know what that means, please let me know. I'm not 100% sure what that means really. But for the most part, apparently it's buffed somehow. Hopefully it's more prevalent. Hopefully I can combo more off of 214A, because 214A is pretty garbage right now. It used to be really, really good. You can get pretty good damage, but now the most you can get is probably like 2.8 without, or 3K without any. I mean, like, okay, I lied. If it's raw 214A, you can get pretty decent damage, but before you could get really good damage. But yeah, that's that. So All right, so that's pretty much the buffs for Noel there. If you guys want to take a look at them, you can definitely. I'll be posting the link to the docs down in the description below, and also on Hiago's Twitter. He's been translating like crazy. He's go. I really appreciate what this man is doing, and he's got my seal of approval, really. Now we're gonna move on to S, actually, S buffs. So I've been waiting for the S buffs for quite some time, actually. So hopefully some of these buffs are good. I actually didn't look at them. I just got linked on Twitter, and I just opened it up, and that's it. So now we're gonna be reading them right now. So first of all, first S change. Okay, so we have crouch block, increased hurt box upwards. You don't have to worry about that. Downstate, increased hurt box upwards. You don't have to worry about that either. Don't worry about any of this, really. It's really nothing too special for hurt box stuff. So 2A, increased hitbox inwards. I'm not sure what that means. You don't have to worry about that. 5C reduces end lag and reduced upwards float on hits. All right, great. So reduces end lag, which basically has less recovery on whiff, is what I'm guessing. So that's good, because 5C, if you whiff that move, you're basically dead. So it was not a good move to whiff. No bueno. So hopefully they buff the recovery on that move on whiff, is what I'm guessing. Because why would they reduce the end lag on 5C when you can just cancel it into 3C or into literally anything else? So on whiff, it has less end lag, so that's good. And then reduced upwards float on hits. Not 100% sure what that means. If it's on float on hits, which means that like if the hit it's in the air, or I'm not 100% sure. So, and then we have 3C, and it has an increased hitbox and hurt box upwards. Wait, increased hitbox and hurt box upwards, which means that they increased the hurt box and the hitbox. So they increased the size of 3C, which is her big old sweep, which means that her combos, including 3C, when they're dropping down from the air, are a little more consistent from what it seems like, because they increased the hitbox. But they also increased the hurt box, which means that it has a bigger hurt box, which means that they can hit it a lot easier, or like on neutral, whatever. So if you end up whiffing 3C, they can punish you pretty badly. 2D reduced end lag on 2D. Reduced end lag. Okay, cool. Reduced end lag. So they reduced the recovery on 2D. That's pretty good. OD version of 2D. Reduced end lag. Second part of crest activation is now the same as other. All right, so they buffed the crest activation, which is the follow-up. That's good. I mean, that's a very small details that we have here for S so far, which is kind of making me sad. Air projectiles knockback. The knockback's now the same as grounded projectiles on air projectiles. Man, that's nothing. 214C, which is her big dash forward. Will not hit enemy towards the direction she's facing, even with back part of 1C hit. Okay, even with the big back part of 214C hit. So that's a very minor bug, or like a very minor fix. You don't have to worry about that either. Ooh, it's starting to make me worried. 214A, which is a command grab. The moment where she can come out of her 2A is now the same against every character. Interesting. So far, these changes really aren't impressing me. And then this is her install super. Her install super is pretty garbage right now. It's pretty useless, but for the most part, they increase the effectiveness time. I'm not 100% sure what that means either. These are pretty linear or like very vague things. So what does that mean? So does that mean that they increase the time she can have the install, or I'm not 100% sure what that means. If you guys know what it means, I really don't know. I can't understand. Maybe it's because I'm in a haze right now and I just got back from driving 6 hours from Vegas, but for the most part, it seems like it's a buff. Increased time, effectiveness time on anything is a good thing, really. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Maybe I just have to go to sleep, but I had to do this video to show you guys that we have patch notes for the characters, and we have my boy Hiago XYZ working on the scene right now, trying to translate them from Japanese to English. So I'm really excited to see what else the patch notes have revealed. I'm gonna be reading through all of them and trying to my best to see what we're gonna be getting, and making videos on each character to see like what are the changes. And I'll go over all the changes. Maybe I'll do like part 1 with one side of the roster and part 2 with the other side of the roster. That'd be fun. So, and then last but not least, I want to show you guys that the new patch is coming out on August 3rd of 2017. So we're going to be expecting it August 3rd, 2017. We're going to be expecting it very, very soon, next month. This is like 2 weeks away. We're going to be getting this patch. So it's a lot sooner than we thought. And here's the funny part, all right? Here's the funny part in all this, okay? We're all getting it at the same time, Japan and the US. So there's no advantage here. We don't have to wait a couple months for a patch to come out. My God, they have finally listened to us. We're finally getting it at the same time. This is going to be awesome. I'm really excited for this. We're on equal playing fields now at this point, Japan. So anyways, that's beside the point. I just wanted to share this information with you guys. I'm going to get the heck out of here and get some sleep. But for the most part, what do you guys think of these patch notes for Noel and S? What do you guys think of the patch notes in general? I'm going to be posting it on the comment section down below. Or not the comment section, the description down below. He's in the process of still translating a few things for each character. So take a look at your character. And if your character's not there, he's probably hasn't translated it yet. So give him some time and you'll be good to go. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys had a good time watching Evo and everything. I know I had a great time watching Evo. And we'll see you guys in the next one. We're going to be doing some more videos regarding Blazblue and the patch notes, Jubei, the new game. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. So anyways, guys, I'm going to get the heck out of here. Take it easy, everybody.